Hey entrepreneurs, if you are creating content but people do not seem to remember you, this is for you because you do not have a content problem. You have a differentiation problem, okay? You do not have a content problem, you have a differentiation problem, okay? Because most entrepreneurs, most of you think, even including myself, we think we need more content, but I disagree with that. I think the problem that we have, the real problem, so we have to set the problem that we need to solve is that we need to sound different. We need to sound a little different than everybody else. Okay, I'm going point because most content sound identical. This is all over the same content. People doing the same content every day, okay? But we have to be a little different than anybody else online because we are a creator. I always say that we are a creator, and um, most content sound identical. They sound the same. Everybody's copying from somebody. Not all the people, but most people. Okay, but you are not most people. You are one of the best in the industry. So that's why I'm calling you out. Okay, you're not the most people. Okay, and most advice also sound identical. Most advice almost sounds identical. Okay, like everybody, it's doing the same thing. Okay, but people remember you different. Okay, because you are doing it, whatever you are doing it, you are doing it from your expertise, and you are not copying anybody because you are unique on what you do. Okay, so people remember different things. Okay, and people remember opinion. Okay, people remember opinions. Okay, what are you, I always say, like, what are you against? What are your belief system? Okay, because some people might agree with you, some other people might not agree with you, but that's not matter if people agree with you or they don't. Okay, you are giving your opinion on whatever topics that maybe you have an opinion about AI, maybe you have an opinion about a marketing trend, maybe you have an opinion, whatever. You have to share your opinion, share what do you believe about something, something. What do you agree about something? So you always have people remember because you give an opinion. Okay, you go out there online, you are being visible, you are creating exposure, you are sharing your belief system, you are sharing what you do, what are you against, why you're not against, whatever your opinion is important. You might get controversial, because you have an opinion about something, but it does not matter because if you are online, you kind of have to uh, get controversial on something. Okay, you have to be against something. Okay, say something about whatever AI, but give your opinion. Okay, give your opinion, and people remember stories. People remember stories. Okay, um, that's very important that you tell a story while when you are going live. Maybe story about your clients, maybe story about yourself, maybe story about any story that you want to share that you know, but people always remember stories. Okay, what story you can share today? Something that you have experienced, something that you have done, and you share it online. You share it. You are sharing in your presentation. You are sharing in your lives. you are sharing your master classes, whatever things uh, you always need to be sharing a story because that's how people remember by using stories, okay? And it's very important that you do that. Okay, let me go over my points again. So what I share, the points that I'm sharing today, is that most content sound identical. Most content sound identical. I don't know how many of you have noticed that. Okay, that everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody is everybody's sounding the same, but you are different. You have to create a little different than anybody because you are a creator. You are created in the image of God, and we are not copying anybody because you are unique. Just think about your DNA. It's so unique, like nobody else has you. Nobody else has your DNA unless it's, you know, your family or whatever, close family, but nobody's like you. You are different, so we are not doing what everybody is doing out there. You have to um, do a little different than anybody. And most advice also sound identical. Most advice also sounds identical. Okay, what is your expertise? Like, it's not like everybody else, you know. It's not like everybody else. It's different from anybody because you have a different experience. You learn a different thing, right? Okay, the same thing that I learn or that I've been learning is not the same thing that you learn. It's not the same thing that you have been learning. Okay, but most advice sounds the same, but we are not the same because you are not most people. You are unique on what you do, on your expertise, and you are good enough on what you are doing. You don't have to copy anybody. You don't have to sound the same. You don't have to say what anybody say, and you copy whatever they are doing, whatever they're saying, whatever strategy they're doing. You are different because you are created in the image of God, and you have to sound different. Okay, you cannot sound the same. Okay, and people remember different. People remember different. What are you different from anybody else? Okay, how can you differentiate yourself? How you are different from somebody online? Okay, how you are different from anybody else online? You have to be a little different from anybody. Okay, and people remember opinions. Okay, you might sound controversial. You might sound about, because you are giving your opinion. You are creating controversy about something. So it's very important. If you are online, you have to create some type of controversy. If you um, if you want to get more exposure, you want to give your opinion about something that you believe, something that whatever your belief systems, you have to share online. Okay, you have to share your opinion on something. You have to share what are you against online. Are you against? I don't know. Are you against AI? Are you against? I don't know. Whatever you're against, it's very important that you give your opinion. You sounds different than anybody else. Okay, and people remember a story. People remember. So, what story do you have about yourself? Can you share some story about your clients? Some story about you? Some story that you heard before? Okay, and that is very important that you do this. Okay, and I am so excited because I have a masterclass coming up called the Client Attraction Masterclass, where I will help you turn your expertise into more conversation, into more opportunity, into more clients, into more sales. So I want you to come to the class. If you are joining me on this new masterclass that I am created because I am a creator, you are a creator, and you have to create every single day for the people that you are called to help, for the people that you solve the problem. Okay, so in this masterclass, I'm going to show you. Uh, I'm going to show you how to turn your expertise into more conversation, into more clients, and it's called the Client Attraction Masterclass. Okay, let me give you a summary of what I share today. So I share today that if you are an entrepreneur and if you are creating content consistency and you and people since and people don't seem to remember you, this is for you because you do not have a content problem, you have a differentiation problem. Okay, because you think you need more content, you need to do this, you need to do that, but you have to be different. Okay, you have to create a little different than anybody else online because you are a creator. God created you on his image and you are not like anybody else. You are different. Okay, and I think the real problem is that people sound the same, but you have to sound a little different than anybody else. And I share that most content sounds identical, most advice sounds identical, and I think it's wrong. Okay, you have to be a little different than anybody else because God created you on His image, and you have to be different than anybody else. Okay, and I share that people remember how different you are. People remember your opinion, why you against, because they might be against you, they might agree with you, they might agree with you, but they will remember you because you give an opinion on something. Okay, okay? You give an opinion on something, you always have to be against something and because you want to be controversial, you want to get exposure to people, okay? You want people to agree with you, or you don't want people to agree with you. It's free, social media is free, and you can share your opinion, you can share what you believe, okay? And I also share that people remember a story. What story you have? What story can you share for your clients? What story you have heard that you can share online? And I share that I have a class coming up. I have an upcoming class called the Client Attraction Masterclass, where I will be able to help you turn your expertise into more conversation, more opportunity, more clients, more leads. And if you need more leads, if you need more clients, if you need more sales, maybe you have an offer, or maybe you wanted to launch a new offer, maybe you want to fill an event, maybe you wanted to create a presentation, whatever things that you wanted to create online, we're going to do that in this new masterclass called that Client Attraction Masterclass, where I'll be able to help you. We're all going to be doing that at the same time to turn our expertise into more conversation. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. God bless you. Go out there and create something for people because you are living on your purpose. You don't need anything from anybody. You are our creator. You're sharing your expertise. You are being visible and you are helping people by speaking, by sharing what you know. Okay, that's all I wanted to share with you today. God bless you. Let's make 2026 our best year in God, in finance, in health, which is one of the most important things that you have, because without health we don't have any wealth, we don't have absolutely nothing. Okay, so go out there, create something. You are a creator. Be consistent in everything that you do, and I promise you it's gonna pay off. Okay, God bless you. Go out there and create something for people. Okay, bye.